What's going on, HPP fam? Welcome back to another episode. I'm picking up the camera late, though half of the week is gone, but no worries. Let me get you guys caught up on what we've had going on. So guys, I wanted to take a second out and let you guys know what the S10 made on the dyno. So I asked you guys to take your guesses on YouTube, and Marky got the closest with 650 wheel. It made 654. I don't remember the torque off the top of my head. Irrelevant, because we're going to make some more power than that. But I wanted to take some time and make the vehicle my own before I give you guys the full walk around. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video. Let's get it. This beautiful 2019 Scat Pack 6.4 liter. Just got a set of Stainless Works lawn tubes. John slapped these jokers on yesterday afternoon and got the MBRP exhaust system put on there with some nice 5-inch tips. We are waiting for our PCM to come back on this one. Sent it off to Jared Comp JLT, so we'll be getting that back hopefully today. We'll install our smart access cable and then we'll get that thing on the dyno, which we got to get something else off the dyno. The S10. As you can see, I have started working on some new intercooler piping. So, still got some work to do, still waiting on some parts to show up for that, but you see it's still strapped down from when we dynoed it last week. So, we'll get this thing peeled off and out of the way. Hopefully, we can get this one on the dyno. We are still working on our 67 fastback. Tell you what, these classic cars will eat your lunch. Especially when you're converting them. So now we pretty much have our clutch situated, but now we have brake problems. As far as getting everything situated in that tight area over there and get everything working together, we're still working through that, but we're getting close. And then we've got this Toyota Tacoma in here getting brakes all the way around. That is Royce's spare vehicle, so got to keep our daily drivers on the road. So John is going to wax out the brakes on this thing. So guys, welcome back to the rest of this episode. Last week I got sick, so I was out Thursday, Friday. I'm still not feeling 100%, but work's got to be done, so I am back. So as you remember, last week John got the long tubes and the MBRP exhaust installed on this 2019 Scat Pack. So we have it strapped down on the dyno. So we're going to make power pulls on that and get this thing tuned out, get it back to its owner. Made some progress on some new intercooler piping on the truck. And then we've got this Chrysler 300. I don't know what year it is, but this car's been here before. I'm pretty sure we tuned it. And it's here for a rear main seal leak, right?
Yeah.
Pretty clean little 5.7 car. Nice bolt-ons with some coilovers. She low. And then we've also been plugging away on our Hellcat project. There's some other stuff John's knocked out, but it's already came and gone. So we got our new block, front covers on, oil pans on, motor mounts on.
As we barrel on through this week, some cars have moved around, but we are back on our Torque Storm project as well. John has since got the Torque Storm back installed. Our motor is all back together in a running condition, and I am going through and fixing all the charge pipes. By fixing, cleaning them up. These things look like they were cut with a damn, I'm not sure. We're gonna say maybe a cutoff wheel is what was used to cut these pipes. Which you can do that if you're very careful and then you take the time to clean up afterwards. It looks like they were just cut and then put together. So they have since been cleaned, new cuts, and then none of them were bead rolled. So we have bead rolled all the pipes. So the intercooler pipes won't just blow apart. So we have done that to all the piping. It's all been repaired. So we'll go ahead and get all the piping back on our Torque Storm and get one step closer to wrapping this one up. In the meantime, John has been diligently working on our Hellcat. As you can see, his short block is now a long block. So he's getting all of our hosing on and just piece by piece, bit by bit, getting this thing all back together so we can get it back up in the chassis. Looking good. Alright guys, so we are at that point. Dun, 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 dun. Our LS swap truck is on the dyno. Super exciting. Now we're not going to go crazy and we're not trying to make a bunch of power. This is a work truck. The customer was just tired of the 4.7 liter Dodge motors blowing up all the time. So we wanted to put a more reliable engine in it. And so a 6-liter GM motor is what we decided to go with. So as you can see, it's in there pretty good. A little twin ram intake going on. A little radiator action, trans cooler. The AC will be functional. It is not currently functional yet, but that's in the works. We still have a few other minor things, but for the most part, this thing is wrapped up. So to recap, 6-liter GM LS. We've got a monster transmission with a custom drive shaft going to the factory rear differential. So this first time on the dyno here, I'll fire it up just so you guys can hear it. We're really just wanting to make sure we can hear the transmission shift properly, and just basically going through some checklists and trying to get drivability. We're not really worried about horsepower and torque yet. So I'll fire it up and do a little walk around, and then we'll roll this thing on the dyno. As you can see, did a little dash action. As you can see, we've got this joker running on the Terminator X. Does have a camshaft, no idea on the specs. As you can see, our torque storm car from Louisiana is all back together and alive. John is going over and checking some things on the engine. We are waiting on a new blower belt because that one has some damage from when it first came in. But it is alive. So hopefully, if all goes well, we will get this thing on the dyno tomorrow and hopefully start tuning it. It is a build motor, don't know what camshaft, and then the torque storm. So if we get the belt, this thing will hit the dyno. As we work our way to the close of this week, we have the charger on the dyno, and I just went and got fuel for it a little bit ago, so go ahead and get this thing fired up, get in the computer, start tuning, make sure everything's good to go. So I've been playing around in our ECU in this thing for a little bit, getting some stuff tidied up, and I think I got it sounding pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. Not too bad. Let's see if we can make a tug on this thing. So guys, we do have some issues. So far, got this thing to 409 horsepower, 408 foot-pounds of torque, but the fuel is running away up top, which we had an inclination that may become an issue on this thing. When we were first doing our initial diagnosis of this car, there was a couple of times where it would just die. During the time when we pulled the engine out, I had John check out the fuel pump, and somebody had done some work to the fuel pump but used regular hose. Aside from that, I'm not sure what's going on in there, so we're gonna stop tuning and we're gonna change the fuel hat in this thing, discuss with the customer budget wise, see what he wants to go with. We've already done quite a bit of work, so we'll see what he wants to do, but I'm going to stop tuning for now because we need to do something with the fuel. Usually in these cases when we do these torque storms, we do a ProCharger fuel pump kit in these things, especially in a pump gas configuration like this one. They work out well and can handle 650 to 700 horsepower pretty easily. So we'll discuss the customer, some options on that, and hopefully you guys will see this car again soon on the dyno. But we're close. Our Louisiana car is looking good. It's all back together, sounding good, chopping hard. Hopefully we can get it on back to the customer soon. The S10, got a little piping action on it, looks good. Motor's cleaned up a little bit more. Do a full video on the S10 soon. And our Hellcat is pretty much all set up. All we have left to do is a few little odds and ends on the wiring harness, but as you can see, the belt's on, blower's back on, wiring harness is all back on, all the hosing, and we are really close to dropping this chassis back down. But that is going to do it for this week's episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. Make sure you go check out the website, get you some merch. We'll see you on the next video. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.